Hi everyone, welcome to our channel, where we share the latest and most relevant news and insights about the crypto world. In this video, we will talk about some of the most common and important terms that you need to know if you want to participate in the crypto space, especially in the decentralized finance, or DeFi sector. These terms are APY, APR, and impermanent loss. What do they mean, how are they calculated, and why do they matter? Do you want to earn passive income with your crypto assets, but don't know how to measure your returns and risks? Stay tuned to find out. Now, let's get started. APY stands for annual percentage yield, APR stands for annual percentage rate, and impermanent loss is a phenomenon that occurs when you provide liquidity to a pool of tokens on a decentralized exchange, or DEX. These terms are related to the returns and risks that you can expect when you deposit your funds into different DeFi protocols, such as lending platforms, yield farming platforms, or liquidity pools. Let's start with APY and APR. These terms are used to measure the rate of return that you can earn when you lend or borrow your crypto assets on various DeFi platforms. For example, if you lend your USDT on APY, you can see that the current APY is 3.51% and the current APR is 3.49%. What does this mean? Well, APY and APR are both ways of expressing the interest rate that you can earn or pay over a year. However, they are not exactly the same. The main difference between them is that APY takes into account the effect of compounding, while APR does not. Compounding is the process of earning interest on your interest. For example, if you lend $100 at a 10% interest rate per year, without compounding, you will earn $10 at the end of the year. However, if you compound your interest monthly, meaning that you reinvest your interest every month, you will earn $10.47 at the end of the year. This is because your principal amount increases every month as you add your interest to it. Therefore, APY is usually higher than APR because it reflects the total amount of interest that you can earn or pay over a year with compounding. APR is usually lower than APY because it reflects the simple interest rate that you can earn or pay over a year without compounding. However, in crypto, APY and APR are often calculated differently depending on how often the interest is paid or compounded. For example, some platforms pay or compound interest daily, while others do it weekly or monthly. This can affect the actual amount of interest that you can earn or pay over a year. For example, if you lend $100 at a 10% interest rate per year on a platform that pays interest daily and compounds it daily, you will earn $10.52 at the end of the year. However, if you lend $100 at a 10% interest rate per year on a platform that pays interest monthly and compounds it monthly, you will earn $10.47 at the end of the year. Therefore, when comparing different platforms or protocols, it is important to look at both APY and APR and understand how they are calculated and how often they are paid or compounded. This will help you to choose the best option for your needs and goals. Now let's move on to impermanent loss. Impermanent loss is a term that describes the loss of value that you can experience when you provide liquidity to a pool of tokens on a DEX. A DEX is a platform that allows users to trade tokens directly with each other without any intermediaries or centralized authorities. One of the most popular types of DEXs is based on an automated market maker (AMM) model. An AMM is a smart contract that creates a market for two tokens by using a liquidity pool. A liquidity pool is a collection of tokens that are locked in a smart contract by liquidity providers, LPs, who deposit their tokens in exchange for fees from traders who use the pool. For example, Uniswap is one of the most popular AMMs on Ethereum. It allows users to create and trade any pair of ERC20 tokens by using liquidity pools. Each pool consists of two tokens in a fixed ratio. For example, there could be a pool with 50% ETH and 50% DAI. To provide liquidity to this pool, an LP would need to deposit an equal value of ETH and DAI. For example, if 1 ETH is worth 1000 DAI, an LP would need to deposit 1 ETH and 1000 DAI to the pool. In return, the LP would receive a share of the pool proportional to their contribution. For example, if the total value of the pool is 10,000, the LP would receive 10% of the pool. The LP would also receive a share of the fees that are generated by the trades that happen in the pool. Uniswap charges a 0.3% fee on every trade, which is distributed among the LPs according to their share of the pool. For example, if there is a trade of 100 ETH for 100,000 DAI in the pool, the fee would be 0.3 ETH or 300 DAI, which would be added to the pool. The LP who owns 10% of the pool would receive 0.03 ETH or 30 DAI as their share of the fee. However, providing liquidity to an AMM also exposes the LP to a risk of impermanent loss. Impermanent loss happens when the price of the tokens in the pool changes compared to when they were deposited. The larger this change is, the more the LP is exposed to impermanent loss. For example, let's say that after the LP deposited 1 ETH and 1000 DAI to the pool, the price of ETH increased to 2000 DAI. This means that if the LP had kept their tokens instead of depositing them to the pool, they would have been able to sell their 1 ETH for 2000 DAI, making a profit of 1000 DAI. However, since they deposited their tokens to the pool, they are subject to the constant product formula that governs how AMMs work. This formula ensures that the product of the two token balances in the pool remains constant, regardless of the price changes. This means that as one token becomes more valuable, its balance in the pool decreases, and vice versa. Therefore, when the price of ETH increased to 2000 DAI, the balance of ETH in the pool decreased to 0.707 ETH, and the balance of DAI in the pool increased to 1414 DAI. This means that if the LP wanted to withdraw their funds from the pool, they would receive 0.0707 ETH and 141.4 DAI, which is worth 283.8 DAI in total. However, if the LP had kept their tokens instead of depositing them to the pool, they would have been able to sell their 1 ETH for 2000 DAI, making a profit of 1000 DAI. This means that by providing liquidity to the pool, the LP has lost 716.2 DAI in value compared to holding their tokens. This loss is called impermanent loss because it is not realized until the LP withdraws their funds from the pool. If the price of ETH goes back to 1000 DAI, the balance of ETH and DAI in the pool will go back to 1 ETH and 1000 DAI, and the LP will be able to withdraw their original deposit without any loss. However, if the price of ETH continues to increase or decrease, the impermanent loss will also increase. Impermanent loss can be counteracted by the fees that the LP earns from the trades that happen in the pool. However, this depends on how much trading volume and liquidity there is in the pool, and how long the LP stays in the pool. In some cases, the fees may not be enough to cover the impermanent loss, and the LP may end up with less value than if they had just held their tokens. Therefore, when providing liquidity to an AMM, you need to consider the trade-off between fees and impermanent loss. You also need to monitor the price changes of your tokens and decide when to withdraw your funds from the pool. Generally speaking, impermanent loss is more likely to occur when the tokens in the pool have a high price volatility. The tokens in the pool have a low correlation. The pool has a low trading volume or liquidity. The LP stays in the pool for a long time. There are some ways to reduce or avoid impermanent loss, such as choosing pools that contain stablecoins or tokens that have a stable or pegged value. Choosing pools that have a high trading volume or liquidity. Choosing pools that offer additional incentives or rewards for providing liquidity. Exiting the pool when there is a significant price change or divergence. Impermanent loss is one of the main risks and challenges that you need to be aware of when providing liquidity to an AMM. However, it is not necessarily a deal breaker, as there are also many benefits and opportunities that come with being an LP. You just need to understand how it works and how it affects your returns. That's it for this video. We hope you learned something new and useful about APY, APR, and impermanent loss. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video. We have more exciting and informative videos coming up soon. Thanks for watching and see you next time.